Alright guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. I hope you guys enjoyed that intro clip. That was the highlight of my 2 or 3 hours of recording Modern Warfare gameplay. I'm not even gonna lie, man. It was a struggle. It definitely was a struggle. So make sure you guys drop a like down below for that intro clip. That was pretty crazy, especially when I was playing against other YouTubers and they're just sweating their balls off trying to get the best gameplays they possibly can. And I'm out here using throwing knives, man. It was a struggle. But before we actually hop into today's video and I talk further about knifing in Modern Warfare, I want to say a huge shout out to Activision for, flying me out, paying for my hotel, and honestly, I just had a great time, man. So thank you, Activision, for flying me out and allowing me to get gameplay for you guys. But anyways, let's go ahead and talk about knifing in Modern Warfare. Now, unfortunately, there was just no option to knife in this current build of the game, which really did suck because I was going out there hoping that there would at least, at the bare minimum, be a tack knife. Because, as a pre-order bonus from GameStop, or I believe, maybe the digital version of the game, you get I believe, a variation of the tactical knife. So I figured there would be at least a tack knife. Like, I was, obviously, I didn't think there would be a combat knife. There wasn't a combat knife in the BO4 one, and, I wasn't expecting a combat knife. I was expecting at least a a tack knife, but unfortunately we just didn't have it in this current build, which is okay. I understand it. Like, they can't sit there and base the game off of my playstyle and how I play the game, which is, it's understandable. But at least we had throwing knives in this current build, and I was able to mess around and play with them a little bit. But unfortunately, I didn't use them a lot at the beginning because it just wasn't viable against who I was playing. Like, I tried to knife my first game, and it just didn't work out. Just running around and specifically trying to throwing knife people while you have a red gun in your hands, like, your teammates are probably going to get mad at you as well because you're going to be going, like, 4 and 16. Like, I was not doing well, trust me, guys. I was going like double negative the first game. But when it was viable, it was in the 10 versus 10 and 20 versus 20 modes. Like, I really started getting some nice throwing knife clips and just, getting people consistently in those modes. All right, so now let's go ahead and hop into the perks and stuff like that I noticed that would be really good for using throwing knives and knifing in general in this game. So in the first category, you have double time, EOD, scavenger, tracker, and tune up. Now, you can't go wrong with either one of these. Like, you could use scavenger to resupply your throwing knives, which I didn't use because I just kind of wanted to get around the map at a quicker pace, because some of the maps were kind of sort of big, and especially when I played in the 20 versus 20 and the 10 versus 10, those maps were massive. So double time was very, very useful in those modes. But now when you play 6v6 and stuff like that, those maps aren't that big. So I feel like scavenger would be definitely, a lot more viable on those maps than it was in the 20 versus 20 and 10 versus 10. All right, so let's go ahead and hop into the perk twos. You have Ghost, Hardline, Kill Chain, Overkill, and Restock. Now, 2 of these are really, really good for knifing. Obviously, Ghost is going to be really good. You want to stay off the minimap as much as you possibly can. But in Modern Warfare, there's not a consistent minimap. It only pops up when your teammate either uses a personal UAV or uses a UAV in general. Now, there's one kill streak that allows you to, be on the minimap to one person, and the other one allows you to be on the minimap to the whole team. So, Ghost could be useful. Like, you could switch to that class. Say, for example, if the enemy team was using a lot of UAVs. And I feel like UAVs are going to be a crutch thing in this game. Like, everybody's just going to run UAVs and personal UAVs. It's going to be very crutch. And it kind of sucks that there's no mini-map, but it is what it is, And then also Restock at the bottom. Restock allows you to resupply your explosives after 30 seconds. So it's kind of like BO4's resupply system, but I don't think it shows you, like, restocking it. It just, like, comes into your inventory. So that could be a useful, perk as well in the second category. I don't really see anything else that could be useful for knifing, to be honest. You don't want to run overkill, you don't necessarily need kill chain, and you don't really need hardline either. Now let's hop into perk threes. The only perk in this category I could really see myself using is shrapnel, because shrapnel gives you 2 explosives instead of just having 1. And there's also something that you get in the game. It's like a specialist. Like, I don't want to freak you guys out and say that you have specialist in Modern Warfare, because we don't. It's like a specialist equipment. It's kind of like having a crash pack. You throw it on the ground and it gives you extra ammo. You can get a randomly generated gun, and it gives you like max amount of ammo and everything like that. Well, it also gives you an extra explosive. Say if you had 1 throwing knife, if you put this pack on the ground, you would have 2. So when you have 2 throwing knives with shrapnel, when you stack this pack on top of it, it gives you 3 throwing knives like you have serrated from World War II. And I think that's really freaking cool. And that could definitely come into play when people are going for feeds and stuff like that, because they could pick up a randomly generated weapon from the box, right? And then just go and hit a crazy throwing knife feed with 3 throwing knives. And on top of that, you can use scavenger too and resupply your throwing knives as well. Now, I'm not entirely sure once you throw that one if you can pick it up and still have 3. That's something that we'll have to test out in the beta or something like that. And I just really hope that we have knives in the beta, like just a combat knife, attack knife, just something. We don't have to. I don't think there's going to be bayonets in the game. I don't think Infinity Ward's ever done bayonets, but I really hope for the beta. I believe the beta starts on the 12th or something like that. I'm not entirely sure about the dates, but I really hope we get some type of knife in the beta so I can mess around and see how knifing is going to be in this game. Because right now with throwing knives, it looks dope. It looks really, really good. And, you know, I'm just excited to have throwing knives back to normal, and it's not really slow like the BO4 throwing knives. So yeah, guys, I just kind of wanted to explain the perk systems and why I didn't have any regular knife-only gameplay, because my intentions going out there was to get the best knife-only gameplay I possibly could to show you guys. And unfortunately, there just wasn't any knives in the game besides throwing knives, and it kind of did suck at first, but, you know, honestly, I had fun just playing the game normal, too, to be honest. So yeah, hopefully in the beta, we get a good look at, you know, how knifing's going to be. Hopefully we just have, like, a tack knife that's Infinity Ward. Tack knife, please. Pretty please. Just that. I mean, yo, I'd be cool with a combat knife as well. Just give me something so I can run around and just stab the living shit out of people. I want to do that so bad. I want to poke pixels, please. But yeah, I don't really have any opinions on anything besides the throwing knives are really good, they're really fast, and they're really fun to use. Maybe the aim assist isn't necessarily as good as I was expecting, because at times I would just like completely throw it in like weird directions because it just didn't feel like it had much aim assist in general. But overall, the throwing knives are pretty good. You guys are going to enjoy them, especially if you enjoyed throwing knifing in World War II. Yeah, I don't really have any opinions on knifing because I didn't get a chance to use anything, and hopefully we get a chance to use it here soon. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you did, don't forget to drop a like down below, subscribe if you're brand new to the channel, and turn on those post notifications so you guys get notified when I drop videos here in the future. So yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.